Lately, she often felt nauseous and vomited. Yu Lang, thoughtful of her reputation, had invited a doctor from out of town to treat her. While the herbs helped, she still couldn't always control it. Yu Lang was right. If her parents found out she was pregnant before marriage, they might tolerate Yu Lang, but it was unlikely. Her family had already accepted the Zhongwu generals' betrothal gifts. If this got out, her parents might use their power to force Yu Lang as family out of the capital and found a way to make her lose the baby, lying that she was seriously ill and sending her to the countryside. But if Yu Lang and Qiao Wanyan had a physical relationship, Uncle would surely be reluctant to send Qiao Wanyan away, like lie tolerating Yu Lang and letting him marry her. Then, with Qiao Wanyan setting a precedent, her chance of begging her parents and uncle to let Yu Lang took her aside as wife would be high. She knew the details. If they refused, or if uncle didn't resolve, the Zhongwu general's smart aunt greater than she does Qiao Wanyan's premarital pregnancy as leverage. What did being a side wife matter if she could be with Yu Lang as long as she was by his side? Yesterday, she'd overheard a minister's mansion page go in to Jing'an Marquis estate and learned Qiao Wanyan had invited the young Marquis, the top 3 scholars, and the Xiling prince to boat today. Hence, she'd come early to join them on Evergreen River. She and Yu Lang had planned all night to bring together Qiao Wanyan and Yu Lang today. Yu Lang was so talented, Qiao Wanyan would surely be interested. With a little understanding, no one could refuse such a passionate gentleman. Qiao Chuxu felt bitter, but for a future with Yu Lang, she'd do anything. Yu Lang wouldn't he fail her, so how could she disappoint him? Zhang Qian and Zhu Shujian arrived just in time, not waiting half a day like Shen Qing. They hadn't known the departure time, but had Ta Sitli arrived together based on their impression of Qiao Wanyan. Zhang Qian leaned on the window frame without alighting, squinting lazily. This young master didn't want to agree, but I was bored today, so it came. Consider yourself lucky to boat with me. Zhu Shujian spoke gently. Thank you for the invitation. Second miss, I'm honored. Evergreen River is beautiful. I have to paint you on the boat, which will surely be better than the last 2. Qiao Wanyan smiled. Then, I'll trouble you today, Shen Qing. Then I'd have the honor to witness it. She'd sent for Zhu Shujian yesterday, asking him to paint her on the boat. His paintings were the best she'd ever seen. What woman didn't want to preserve her most beautiful moments? Zhang Qian clicked his tongue, glaring at Zhu Shujian. So he could paint, big deal. So he could flatter, big deal. Two pretentious fools. Shen Qing turned to look at Zhang Qian, then Zhu Shujian. Two annoying people. Zhu Shujian remained composed. 2 idiots. The Evergreen River boat dock belongs to the Jin family. The largest, finest boat there was always moored, cleaned daily, and never rented out. It was reserved for Qiao Wanyan on the orders of Imperial Merchant Elder. Jin only Qiao Wanyan and her mother could use it, not even Minister Qiao. As a son-in-law, Qiao Chuzu stood staring at the luxurious yet elegantly understated boat, unable to recover. This was the boat Qiao Wanyan had mentioned. Qiao Wanyan led the way. By the time Qiao Chuzu snapped out of it, prompted by her maid, the others had already boarded. She hurried after them, knowing Qiao Wanyan's shoddy nature. If she just stayed below, the boat might have left without her, and Qiao Wanyan would never have it returned. As the boat sailed, Qiao Wanyan went to the deck, looking at the distant rolling mountains and lush riverside springs. Her mood lifting, she turned to Jong Kian, smiling. Jong Kian's ears reddened inexplicably, his gaze avoiding hers as he said awkwardly, "W, what are you looking at?" Kia Wanyan waved him off. "Move." Jong Kian paused, glancing at Zhu Shujian behind him, his ears reddening further. With a mix of shame and anger, Zhu Shujian, "Do you think this view is nice?" Zhu Shujian smiled amiably at Jong Kian, then replied, "The background is indeed good, but you remember a place ahead with grass like velvet, and a flower sees, if second. Miss doesn't mind the trouble. We can disembark there to paint." Kiao Chuzu sheared settled. She'd been about too. Suggested docking at the flower sea. Kiao Wanyan, eager to capture the most beautiful scene, didn't mind the trouble. She spent half an hour each night caring for her skin. She never spared time for beauty. Zhu Shujian spoke polite and respected fully, without an ounce of flattery, with the shared topic of painting. The other three were mere foils. Jong Kian pretended not to care, leaning on a langer with a random dog-tailed grass in his mouth, hands behind his head as he basked in the sun. His bright red robe, embroidered with golden thread, shimmered magnificently in red. The warm light, now and then. He'd open one eye to look at the two ahead, huffing and closing it again to enjoy the sun. Shenqing sat in a chair beside Jong Kian, ignoring him to watch the distant figures. On the other side, Lu Jingyu sat on the waist-high boat railings, back against a pillar, one leg dangling as he lazily hugged his sword and looked at the scenery. Suddenly, he turned his gaze to Jong Kian and Shenqing, observing their subtle expressions before focusing on their faces. They were prettier than the scenery. It was annoying to be uncomfortable alone. But if everyone was uncomfortable, he felt better. Kiao Chuksu stood quietly, looking at Kiao Wanyan's profile with cold eyes. No trace of the amiable demeanor she'd shown before a maiden chatting so free lie with men, well, not unheard of in Deu. Women should hold up the 3 obediences and 4 virtues such unvirtuous woman wasn't worthy of. Yuleng, he was wrong-ed to want her. Kiao Chuksu approached Ziyuan, who had eyes only for her missing, holding out small bags of canned fruits she DPCD. That morning, she popped them into her mouth one by one, stopping when she noticed Kiao Chuzu. Main lie, because she didn't want to share. These dyed fruits were precious. Sent by Miss' grandfather in Yongju, Miss had given them to her after losing interest. Miss Chuksu. Kiao Chuksu said softly Ziyuan. It seems second Miss is close to Master Zhu. Have they met often before? If so, she'd have to warn Yuleng to guard against her. Cheating after marriage, it would shame him. Ziyuan shook her head. Rarely. Not familiar. Just 6 simple words. Nothing more. Ziyuan remembered. The more she said, the more she might err about Miss. She should talk less and keep quiet. Kiao Chuzu wasn't discouraged. IZ, it hard. Master Zhu is painting for second Miss. He must have done to before. When can I have the honor to see them? Are they in Yonging Pavilion? Ziyuan. Maybe Rehavi a bod memory. Should I ask Miss later? Kiao Chuzu smiled. No need. I'll ask her later. Enjoy your snacks. The girl was so dull, trying to. Getting information from her was impossible. Suddenly, Kiao Chuksu felt a surge of nausea, turning to cover her mouth and vomiting. Kiao Wanyan noticed and walked over, frowning. Upset stomach? The others looked over. Kiao Chuksu, guilty, turned pale and shook her head violently. It's nothing, just a bod breakfast. I'll have some hot tea. Kiao Wanyan dismissed it. Then go in and have some if it doesn't get better. We'll go back when we dock. It was unlucky that She come despite being unwell. Ki Ao Chuksu nodded, entering the cabin to sit by the window, her hands shaking as she held the hot tea. She felt a confused mix of emotions, eager to see Yu Lang, yet heartbroken that he'd worked so hard for their future. As the boat docked, Kia Wanyan prepared to disembarking with Ziyuan. Zhu Shujian remained on the deck, still looking scholarly and elegant. But now, Zhang Qian and Shen Qing both thought his corner. The smile of the mouth looked rather proud. How could anything be proud? Since boarding, Kia Wanyan had only spoken to Zhu Shujian, discussing poses that would look best. In the painting, where there was joy, there was unhappiness. Zhang Qian suddenly said, Amanetta should be proficient in both civil and military affairs. You look too weak to carry anything. You might even get sore. Arms from holding a brush too long. Zhu Shujian smiled. Thank you for your concern. Young Marquis, sore arms for second Miss RN. Honor, you Ray too fortunate too. Even experienced this suffering. Zhang Qiyan's mocking smile froze. That bastard. Zhu Shujian spoke softly and harmlessly, but his tone was so sarcastic. Shen Qing's voice came from afar. The stairs are slippery. Second Miss, if you don't mind, take my arm to disembark. Scram. All right. The spring sunlight pours gently onto the water, creating a shimmering expanses of graceful colors. Kia Wanyan stepped off the boat slowly, leaning on Ziyuan Shan. A breeze swept over, carrying the fresh scent of earth and the rich fragrance of flowers. Kia Wanyan looked ahead. Beyond the river bank stretched boundless expanse of green grass, countless flowers in vibrant hues bloomed competitively, forming a splendid sea of blossoms. Further ahead, the rolling mountains resembled a magnificent inkwash painting, a breathtaking scroll sketched by nature spooled, yet between delicate brushes. Heaven and earth behind them. A broad river like agent mirrors reflected the sky. Clouds and golden sunlight. Schools of fish swam as birds skimmed the water, overflowing with the vibrant life bestowed by nature. Such a scene could never been seen within the city. Missing this place is beautiful. We haven't gone boating in years. Who knew we'd miss such scenery? Ziyuan exclaimed. Kia Wanyan smiled. Indeed, we've truly failed to appreciate this beauty. Paintings here would be evening, more stunning than on the boat. Zhang Qiyan stopped beside her with a snort. Look at you too, so uncultured. This tiny flower sea is nothing. 10 li east of the city, there is a flower sea several times larger. That is still beautiful. Kia Wanyan turned to look at him. Is that so? Then I'll ask the crown prince to take me there. Someday, she lifted her skirts and walked away. Zhang Qian, second miss? A surprised male voice rang out. Everyone turned to see a man in a yang green robe holding a small hammer, accompanied by an unremarkable page framed together. The green-robed man looked extremely handsome. Kiao Chuzu's flickered with astonishment as she struggled to contain her affection. Yu Lang, so beautiful. Are you young Master Zhou, the son of the Yunjian Yanxi shopkeeper? Kiao Chuksu composed herself. Zhou Yu nodded. Yes, Kiao Chuksu. I've seen you a few times at Yun, Jian Yanxi. What are you doing here? Zhou Yu glanced at the swing beside him. Ehard, there is a beautiful flower sea here. My father said it's my mother's birthday in a few days, so he asked me to build a swing here. She loves swings. Kia Wanyan observed that the swing was woven with vine flower ropes wrapped around a wood end frame. Incredibly beautiful. Zhou Yu smiled. My father says the scenery here is splendid. He plans to have my mother sitting on this swing while he pushes her. Then the family will sit on the grass and enjoy food. from Mingyu Tower. It's a great pleasure in life. Kia Wanyan's glazed eyes blinked. Sounded nice and fun. She turned to Lu Jin Yiyu. Lu Jin Yiyu, go to Mingyu Tower in the city and buy some food. Ask Suntian to make more osmanthus cakes. Then bring them back. Lu Jinyu was Kia Wanyan's guard, but he was notoriously disobedient. He de-risked everything to protect her safety. But in daily life, he selectively defied orders. I didn't want to. It protects you. Not running errands. The sun was dazzling, and Lu Jinyu squinted as he refused her order unhurried lie. Zhou Yu sized up the high ponytailed youth. He didn't look like a bodyguard, more like a kept, pretty boy. The guards he'd seen with young masters and ladies were most light-tanned, burly men weathered from martial arts training. But this youth, though tall, was fair-skinned and slender. Looking so frail that evening, he, a non-martial artist, could probably thrash him. Zhou Yu inwardly diss. Like DTHIS spoiled youth, he must be second Miss Zhou's scapt man. Otherwise, why disobey his master? Ordinary guards wouldn't dare, unchased. She was no match for Chuzu in that regard, but for his grand plan, he could endure. Kia Wanyan walked up to Lu Jin Yiyu, and asterisk slapped asterisk. Zhu Shujian watched calm lie. Zhang Qian snickered, and even Shen Qing opened his mouth in surprise. Zhou Yu's subconscious lie touched at his own face. So, fierce. Would she hit him after marriage? Lu Jinyu looked delicate, but he was tough. Kia Wanyan's hand stung from the slap, yet he barely reacted, sporting a clear handprint as he said flat lie. It doesn't hurt. Zhang Qian clicked his tongue. Really? Or are you enduring it for face? Lu Jinyu said casually. When my master hits me, it's like a tickle. He looked directly at her as he spoke. Zhang Qian. Kia Wanyan, did you skip breakfast? If you rate too weak, want me to help? Kia Wanyan slapped him too, then turned back. Your skin is itchy too. Huh, Zhang Qian's face changed as he coughed and explained. She's joking. I've never let her hit me. His. The explanation only made everyone look at him with even more meaningful glances. The Jing and Marquis Estate's little devil king. Hit by second Miss Zhou? Why are you all looking at me? I really haven't let her hit me. I'm a man. Would I let a woman hit me? Zhang Qian raised his voice to protest, but the more he explained, the worse it got. So defensive. He must have been hit. Kiao Chuksu looked at the young Marquis, then Kiao Wanyan, then worried Lia Zhou Yu. Would she hit Yu Lang after they married? No? Definitely not, Zhang Qian insisted. Lu Jinyu drawled. Whatever makes you happy. You. Zhang Qian glared at him. Noise. Kia Wanyan snapped in disgust. If you don't go, I won't give you the antidote. Lu Jinyu raised an eyebrow. If my master wants me dead, I'll take her with me. Besides, they're no horse. Does my master wants me to walk back? Zhang Qian now hating this wretch. Threatened if you don't go, I'll reveal your secret. Lu Jinyu's face changed. If you do, then if my master wants it, I can go buy the food. Lu Jinyu obedient stole Zhou Yu shorts and left. Zhou Yu didn't want to lend his horse to this pretty boy, but to appear generous in front of Kiao Wanyan. He agreed. Kiao Wanyan glanced at Ziwan and the swing. So Ziwan approached Zhou Yu with a silver ingot. My miss wants to borrow yours. Swing. This is airward. Zhou Yu was surprised by the silver ingot. Was this too much? Last time at the restaurant, he'd received a silver and a gold ingot. Ordinary tips were just a few taels. This was wasteful. No need. Second miss, Feel free to use it. It is no big deal. Ziyuan tossed the ingot into his arms. Proud, take the reward. This is a transaction, not a favor. My missing is of noble status. How could she owe you a favor? Zhou Yu was stunned. Well, all right. He'd wanted second Miss Zhou to owe him a favor for future meetings. On the Evergreen River, another boat sailed. On the deck, Yu stood at the front with his hands behind his back. The sun was harsh, and he squinted ahead. His nobles, otherworld life face exud at innate dignity and the composure of aerialers. But deep down, he was far from calm. The court officials behind him sighed inwardly. His Highness truly had leisure now. They'd been busy for days, and this was a chance to relax, discussing court. Affairs on a boat not only blocked prying eyes, but also allowed them to enjoy the scenery. His Highness was indeed far-sighted. Jinyuan followed Yu's gaze to the boat. Docked ahead, he recognized it. The docking workers said it belonged to second Miss Zhou. No one else could use it. Most likely, she and her party had docked to play. Jinyuan had an idea. Your Highness, shall we dock? The boat is bumpy, and it would be quieter for you and the officials to talk on shore. Someone behind him was confused. The boat is very stable, not bumpy. Yes, there are boats docked, and I see people on shore. We're discussing military affairs. If someone disturbs or overhears, it would be bad. One of them looks like the young Marquis of Jing, an estate most like Lai noble youths and ladies on a spring outings. They must be noisy. How can Your Highness docked with such accommodation? The boat was far away, so you couldn't see the faces in the flower sea. But he could tell one figure was Kia Wanyan. She'd said she was boating with Shenqing and Zhang Qian. But there were both men and women here. More than just the three. His expression shifted. It's noisy below. No need to dock. Jinyuan said him to be clever had failed. He must have guessed wrong. His Highness was in there to encounter second Miss, but to discuss matters. Quietly with officials. Yes, Your Highness dislikes noise. This servant spoke out of turn. In the distance, Kia Wanyan sat on the swing. Zhou, you immediately wanted to push her, but a breeze swept past before he could react. A scholarly gentleman passed by. May I push second Miss? Shenqing didn't compete with Zhu Shujian. Su Fei had somehow brought a chair from the boat and placed it. Diago Nally swung at the opposite. A safe distance, Shenqing sat there, propping his head on one hand resting on the armrest, fanning gently with the others above him. Su Fei held an umbrella to block the sun. Now Shenqing sees meds to be peacefully admiring of fine paintings, detached from the world. Except this painting was real, not the lifeless ones he usually collected. The corners of his mouth lifted, as if lost in his own world. But beneath the satisfied smile lurked a hint of madness and POS. Obsessiveness. Such a beautiful paintings should be collected and treasured. Was it improper for you to push her, after all? Men and women should be distinct. Zhu Shujian remained calm and retorting lightly. I'm just pushing a swing for seconds. Miss, aren't you over a worrying Miss Zhou? Ki Ao Chuksu said earnestly, though Deu isn't overly strict about gender segregation. Gender propriety should still be observed. Second Miss is unmarried. Wouldn't her future husband being upset to know? Kia Wanyan frowned. It's just pushing a swings. What's the fuss? I'm only looking out for you. Ki Ao Chu forced as miles. Kia Wanyan wasn't buying it. Stop lecturing me. In the name of looking out for me. Ki Ao Chu's smile faltered. Suddenly nauseous, she turned and hurried to the side, leaning on her maid to retch. Zhou Yu glanced at her, that quickly turned back to Kia Wanyan, though second miss was a bit proud. She was indeed the most beautiful woman in the capital for such a face. A proud temperament was even charming. Zhou smiled. Has Master Su ever sat on a swing? Zhu Shujian said flatly no. Zhou stepped closer. Master Su is Asholer. I exercise daily and am stronger than you. Let me do this tiring job. Kia Wanyan frowned. What do you mean? Are you saying I'm heavy? First Ki Ao Chuksu. Now this fool, ruining her mood one after another. Zhou said any no in a hurry. Second miss, please don't misunderstand. Zhong Qian provoked, why are you? Ziyu on push higher. Ziyuan applied some force, but didn't dare. Overdid it. Her missing was of